Hey, what's up everyone, Timothy here, aka FCFan21, bringing you week 6 of the MMC. This week we play against Empolian Legion, coach of the Gouging Greeks. And yeah, we try to pick up where we left last week, where we had a very, or at least a pretty commanding victory, a 4-0 over Palm Tree. And after that match, I had decided I want to make some changes to the team, because after last week we had the last opportunity to do so. So I did make some last minute transactions, and in the drop zone are these 4: Shiftry, Probopass, Heliolisk and Blacephalon. Why did I drop them? Probopass and Heliolisk I had not brought to a single game this season, and I did not see. They both also felt weird all the time during draft or during building, so I decided to drop them. Blacephalon, I found a better suitor for the role that it had, and I dropped Shiftry so I could pick up a new and possible better Terra Captain. So, this is what I brought back in. So the pickup zone looks like this. I first brought in Armor Rouge. Armor Rouge over Blacephalon did give me a bit more special fire type sweeping capabilities. With its weak armor, it has a easier time boosting its speed stat, and yeah, I feel like this mon can do more damage than Blacephalon can, honestly. Next up, we brought in Iron Crown to replace our Steel type in Probopass, which, like I said, felt like dead weight, and Iron Crown already felt like a better special role, and physically it does well enough, I guess. And last but not least, we picked up a new Terra Captain in Alolan Persian, Terra Dark because mandatory, and Terra Water and Fairy as his other 2 Terra types. Helped me a bit better with the speed stats, and yeah, kinda takes the sun aspect a bit out of my team, but I don't think that is something I am all that worried about, because I feel like I haven't played all that much into my sun aspect this season, so yeah, that's something I don't really mind. Yeah, with these 3 members on the team, let's have a look at what Empolian Legion can bring against us. He is another Sun team, and he was able to draft way more into a Sun team than I could have, and yeah, just a better Sun team. Walking Way, Gouging Fire, Sandy Shocks, Leafeon and Venusaur before Mega Evolution are all Pokemon that do very well inside the Sun that the Ninetales sets up. He does have 3 Terra Captains in Maushold, Carbink and Leafeon. And yeah, with Maushold being pretty well at removing hazards. Yeah, this team can give me a lot of trouble. Celesteela and Blastoise finally are some great defensive pieces besides his Mega. Venusaur once it's Mega evolved, or the Carbink, so yeah, a very hard team to break down. So let's see what I brought to counter that team. First of all, we have a T-Spike setter in Mega Beedrill, because his team does not have a grounded poison type besides his Mega Venusaur. And against Mega Venusaur I can do a lot of damage with both the U-turn and Poison Jab because of adaptability. Last but not least, Drill Run, because yeah, hits things very hard. I only have to bring 112 speed EVs, and I can still be an Adamant Nature, because his Mousehold is his fastest Pokemon, and yeah, for everything else I outspeed, and even if I go max speed, things like Walking Wake still outspeed me if they go with Sun Speed Boost from Photosynthesis, so this was the most logical thing for Mega Beedrill this battle. Next up we have Armarouge as a setup sweeper. I named it Slipknot, by the way, because his suit look kinda reminds me of the Slipknot jumpsuits they had in the beginning. 32 defense, max special attack, 224 speed, EVs with timid nature and weak armor. Weakness policy, armor cannon, stored power, Dragon Pulse, Endure. The plan is to get hit by a super effective physical move like Earthquake from Gouging Fire. While I click Endure, weak armor will activate and double my speed. Weakness policy will activate and will double my attack and special attack. And stored power armor cannon and will already do a lot of damage to his team, and Dragon Pulse is there just to be a niche option if I don't have the boosts already for stored power. Next up, Great Tusk as an offensive spinner, max attack, 200 speed with Jolly Nature, 56 speed EVs, Photosynthesis of course with the heavy duty boots, CC, EQ, Zen Headbutt, Rapid Spin. Yeah, this thing is here mainly to damage things after he gets Rapid Spin off and getting rid of his hazards, basically. Number 4 is going to be Iron Crown, A7X, one of my favorite bands of all time. Special bulky offense, max special attack, 232 speed EVs with timid nature and a Quark Drive, 24 special defense EVs, already makes it pretty bulky, honestly, on the special side. Shuka Berry to live any ground type hits, which I expect to see a lot. Volt Switch, Psychic and Future Sight are there for great damage, and Gravity is something I have for the Celesteela if he brings it. Yeah, Gravity makes it so flying type Pokemon hit the ground, and that way my Great Tusk can click EQ into Celesteela and at worst two-shot that thing. So yeah, pretty well versed for the Celesteela, because Volt Switch will ensure I will hit it and switch out when I have Gravity activated. Next up is going to be Torkoal as a physical wall. 176 HP, max defense, 80 special attack with the Bolt Nature and Shell Armor over Drought. I fully expect him to already bring the Sun, so I don't need a Sun Setter. And Shell Armor, yeah, just makes sure I can better live hits and don't have to worry about crits. Rocky Helmet as an item, Lava Plume, Body Press, Earth Power and Stealth Rocks. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. This thing needs to take physical hits and deal damage where necessary. And last but not least we have Alomomola, Disturbed as a special wall and Wishpasser. Max HP, max PDEF, 8 in defense, Careful Nature, Regenerator. Also with Rocky Helmet, Mirror Coat, Wish, Toxic, Flip Turn. Yeah, I fully expect him to bring Mousehold, and I can both use Alomomola and Torkoal to get rid of that thing by simply yeah, using Rocky Helmet to chip it down when it uses Population Bomb. These are the 6 I think he will bring. Spoiler alert, I already know I'm wrong because I record this after the fact, and yeah, this is... I think I got 1 Pokemon wrong? No, I got 2 wrong. Yeah, I got 2 wrong. So, not gonna spoil which ones. And yeah, these are 3 of the mons I'm going to bring. I'm going to jump right into the battle. So, I'm gonna do a post-con. During the battle, well, it was not just during the battle. I have been feeling not really ill, but just unwell for at least 5 days at that point, so I decided not to do a live comm, but just go for the post comm. Like I said, I had 4 Pokemon right: the Walking Wake, the Gouging Fire, Ninetales and Sandy Shocks, but Leafeon and Mousehold also decided to join the party. So yeah, let's just have a look into the battle. He starts off as I expected with Ninetales. This was in my mind a great lead for me because I could keep us. I know he has Drought instead of Flash Fire. He doesn't know if I'm Drought, Shell's Armor or White Smoke, so in my head this was a great lead, and I was like, okay, he can use Scorching Sands and I guess it won't be doing that much. So yeah, switching out into Aloe while he Baton passes. Good read on his part. He goes for Tidy Up while I was like, well, Toxic it. And he goes for another Tidy Up, and this at this point was a problem because now I had to sack something, and well, I was like, maybe I can. No, I cannot. I can't live, but I take out the Mousehold. So who did it benefit the most? Him, clearly. Aloe was one of my best walls, especially into this thing, so in hindsight, maybe I should have stayed into Torkoal, but yeah, hindsight's 2020, I say. I go into Iron Crown to hopefully tank an Hydro Steam, but I did not. And from this damage I saw it was not Specs. But I thought maybe I can live with Sting. No, I can't. Tusks comes in to tank a Flip Turn, so that's something. He goes into Ninetales. And I go for a spin, so I am faster than things. I decide to go for 2 while he sets up a Healing Wish. And yeah, I can't do enough damage into the Leafeon to KO it, and his Solar Blade is gonna take me out. And from here, it's pretty much already game over for me. He decides to save his Leafeon while I'll set up my rocks after this. He goes into his Gouging Fire, gets a Photosynthesis boost. Well, I'll go for... yeah, okay. This switch was pretty obvious, and again I made a wrong call, so... yeah, that's going to be the theme of this battle, making the wrong calls. He sets up a DD, while I'll go for an Earth Power, not doing all that much, but I do get a Spadaf drop. So I was like, okay, Earthquake. And after this, Slipknot came in, endured while he sets up another D-Dance. If I went for Dragon Pulse there, I would have been good, but I just desperately trying to... at this point I'm desperately trying to get that Weakness Policy proc, but... yeah, as you can see, not doing all that much. Here I expect him to go for, but... yeah. A lot of bad plays from my part. Yeah, there's just not much to say about this. Yeah. Would I have been playing better if I was feeling not all that ill? Maybe, I'm not sure. I think in prep things already did go kinda wrong. And he just was very bold in this battle and just setting up beyond things I did expect, so... I mean, Empoleon Legion played very well. I did not all that well. I'm not trying to take anything away from him because, again, he did play very well and made the bold choices I did not make. So yeah, GG to him. Hopefully I can get a rematch in playoffs. We are currently still in playoff positions with a 3-3 record, and yeah, I think if I get another win in the final 2 games, I will be pretty comfortably making playoffs because I have a good differential, but we'll have to see. Yeah, so this is not a very long video, but yeah, given the circumstances, I don't really mind that because I'm still not really feeling well. But yeah, hope you had a good one, and I hopefully see you all next week. Yeah, bye.